So we just talked about the opportunities. Now we're going to look at the quote features that are part of release 1.68. And immediately you'll notice that we've added quote name, which basically pulls over if you've converted an opportunity into a quote. It takes that opportunity name and populates it here in the quote name. Alternatively, if you're just starting with a quote, like you're creating a new quote, you can now name your quote. You can just populate it with whatever you want. It's not a required field, but it's there for you if you want to use it. And you can add this to your PDF templates as well. So it just kind of flows right through onto the customer document that you're going to be sending them. So that's one new feature. We're going to show you how to add that to the layout. The next one is the billing map that we see here, as well as the shipping map or project map on the right-hand side. We're going to show you how to add those to the layout. And these fields, there was a lot of work done on the quote. We didn't realize it until we went back and had a look at it, that because we were pulling in addresses from contact addresses, we didn't make these fields editable. So that was kind of an issue. If you just wanted to come in here and quickly change something or just hand type in an address, you couldn't do it because you were limited to just pulling in a contact address. So what we did was we replaced a number of these fields, we'll show you that in a moment, with editable fields. So the biggest impact this is going to have is, you've got to kind of tweak the layout just a little bit, remove the locked fields and add on the editable fields. And then you are probably going to have to adjust your PDF template to use those new editable fields. And then lastly, since we converted this from an opportunity, we have a link going back to the opportunity here as well. So let's jump right into getting these fields here on the layout. Very similar to previous activities, you're going to pull in that quote name, it's right here, onto the layout. You're going to go here to Visual Force Pages, and you're going to locate the billing map, and you're going to drag it right here below it depends on how you have it organized, but right underneath the billing address. And then the quote shipping map is going to go right here under the shipping or project address. You're also going to drag on the related list for opportunities, and in this case we've put it right here. Okay. And then lastly, we're going to look at all of these fields that were previously locked. So just to give you an example, we have billing company, right? So we have another billing company up here that we already pulled off, but if we pull it onto the list, you'll see it was locked, which means it wasn't an editable field, which we didn't think was too convenient for people who just wanted to hand type something in or make a change really quick on the fly. So what we did, we created a second billing company, and we drag it right here, and you can see it doesn't have a lock. This is great. So you'll see when you go to edit your layout, there'll be a bunch of fields with locks on them. Not all of them were locked, but half, right? Same on the shipping side. You'll drag off the locked fields and drag on the unlocked fields so they're editable for you. I mean, if this doesn't bother you, you can continue using it the old way, but it's probably more convenient just to make the change now and not have to look back at it, because eventually we'll depreciate those other fields in some future release, and it's best to just kind of have it current. Okay, so one final thing that you might want to look at, let's say that you make these changes, you drag these fields on here, everything's looking great, and then you go and you look at the layout and you don't see some of them. That's a field level security issue, which is easily remedied. So you go to View Fields, and let's just go to that billing company, right? And you can see we replaced the formula text with just a text one. So you're looking for these text ones, the billing company text. You click on it, and you go Set Field Level Security, and you just want to make sure you have it checked visible. You might have to do this for a couple of the fields. So it's a couple minutes worth of work, but once you're all done, the layout's great, and you'll have all the fields set the way they should be for going forward. So again, You'll have quote name, not a required field, gets copied over from the opportunity if you converted an opportunity. The maps, the new editable fields here, and then the opportunity related list at the bottom.